Thank you, respected chairperson and delegates. My topic of presentation is oxidative stress and antioxidant status in eyelid sebaceous gland carcinoma undergoing chemotherapy. I have no financial disclosure. Sebaceous gland carcinoma is the most common eyelid malignancy in Asia and most aggressive and lethal eyelid malignancy associated with high recurrence rate due to multicentric origin and intraepithelial spread. Treatment options are multimodal treatment like surgery, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, cryotherapy are available, but surgical resection is the gold standard and only curative therapy for sebaceous gland carcinoma. Chemotherapy is the next option if surgery is contraindicated due to poor general condition or patient refuse the surgery, extensive surgery leading to disfigurement and functional loss, then chemotherapy comes in role. Cancer stem cells are a subpopulation of malignant cell which are source of tumor and responsible for the tumor progression, metastasis, and resistant to chemotherapy and recurrence. Oxidative stress is the most important regulatory mechanism for cancer as well as to control the cancer stem cells. That is a disequilibrium between reactive oxygen species and endogenous antioxidant mechanism. These reactive oxygen species, they damage the cell membrane and lipoprotein by the lipid peroxidation pathway and produces the cytotoxic and mutagenic compound that is malondialdehyde. Objective of our study was to determine the level of serum malondialdehyde, that is a biomarker of oxidative stress, and superoxide dismutase, that is antioxidant enzyme, and its impact on the response of chemotherapy, particularly in sebaceous gland carcinoma of eyelid. We included 16 biopsy-proven patients of sebaceous gland carcinoma receiving chemotherapy, and 16 age sex match control were included. The chemotherapy schedule which we follow, that is cisplatinum 17, 5 milligram per meter square of the body surface area on day 1, and 5-fluorouracil 75 milligram per meter square on day 1 and day 5, and given at the interval of 3 weeks. 3 to 6 cycles were given according to the patient's need. Serum biomarker, that is SOD, was determined by method of McCordy and Ferrero, and serum MDA level was measured by method of Yogi, that is fluorocytometric technique. All patients underwent a detailed clinical evaluation, detailed history of the tumor, and local examination of the eyelid mass, neck examination for lymph node metastasis, patient's comorbidity and performance status, and body surface area to calculate the chemotherapy dose. And patients' biopsy were taken, incisional or excisional, and fine needle aspiration cytology of lymph node to confirm the metastasis. And routine baseline laboratory investigation, that is hemoglobin, WBC, platelet count, blood urea, serum creatinine, and liver function tests were done before each cycle of the chemotherapy. Post-chemotherapy evaluation, patients were examined for the clinical, histopathological, and for drug toxicity. According to WHO criteria, patients were response were evaluated as a complete response if there is a disappearance of all disease, partial response if more than 50% decrease in tumor size, no response if less than 50% decrease, and progressive disease if more than 25% increase in the tumor size. In our study, the male-female ratio was 1:2.2. The mean age was 58 plus minus 11 year. Mean duration of symptom was 13.25 months. Lymph node metastasis was seen in about 38% patient, and about 50% patients were in advanced stage, that is stage 3 to stage 4. And majority of patients were either poorly differentiated type or well differentiated type of sebaceous gland carcinoma. This is case of moderately differentiated sebaceous gland carcinoma with the lymph node metastasis and liver metastasis. Palliative chemotherapy given after 5 cycles, there is a marked reduction of the tumor. The serum malondialdehyde level in carcinoma cases was significantly higher than the healthy control, and level of malondialdehyde decreases significantly after the chemotherapy. Similarly, the sebaceous gland carcinoma cases shows a significantly lower level of superoxide dismutase as compared to the healthy control, while the level of SOD was increased significantly after the chemotherapy. Another case of sebaceous gland carcinoma with lymph node metastasis and liver metastasis. The serum biomarker versus extent of the tumor. When we compare the level of serum superoxide dismutase before chemotherapy, that was significantly decreased, while the serum malondihyde level was higher in case of patient having larger size tumor, having lymph node metastasis, and advanced stage according to TNM staging. Another case of poorly differentiated sebaceous gland carcinoma treated by neoadjuvant chemotherapy, surgical excision with lymph node resection. So response of chemotherapy in our case, the complete response was observed in about 38% patient, partial response in again 38% patient, and overall response was 5%. Sebaceous gland carcinoma had high prevalence, majority were advanced stage, and anterior chemotherapy is effective. Toxicity is significant but tolerable. The key home message is neoadjuvant chemotherapy may be the first management choice, and increased serum antioxidant level is prerequisite for better response of chemotherapy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you